Welcome, everybody, to Faith 180, the podcast where mental health meets Jesus. I am one of your hosts, Tom Hazelton, and joining me, as always, the son of a mother himself, Jordan Hamilton.
That's me. That is how I introduce myself. All the
Especially
time.
for this episode, huh?
Oh, especially at important meetings and such. Yeah,
Oh, just any time you're in front of a crowd, just son of a mother, Jordan Hamilton.
that's me. That is me.
I'm glad
You
you're
did-
here, buddy.
Yeah, man. How you doing? This is
Doing-
weird.
This is weird. We're coming at you on a different day than normal, provided
Yeah.
this gets edited on time and up on the day that we're hoping it will.
Yeah. I mean, Editor Justin's pulled through before, and I had it on good authority from the man himself this evening when I crossed my paths with him at the church that the moms that follow this podcast will get a special episode this Sunday. So when
Right
you're hearing
now.
this, it's
Right
the day.
now.
It's Mother's Day.
It is Mother's Day, and that's why we're here. We're here to celebrate the mothers. Woo, woo.
Justin, party music,
You know what to do. Get like a mother party music playing.
something with a clown horn at the end that goes honk honk. And it's probably just played, and it probably sounded really good.
Oh, probably, most likely.
Thanks,
So-
Justin.
Thanks, buddy. So welcome to this special episode. We're glad you're here. Even if you're not a mother, we hope that you're listening to it too, because everyone has a mother. Everyone was born.
That is correct.
That is
Fact,
correct.
I was thinking that as we were doing this introduction. I was like, there is one for everyone. Yeah. My prayers are, that you have a strong relationship with yours. And if not, that you be praying to the Lord for clarity, understanding, and look through things, past things, by things. All in all, I'm just here to encourage you to love your father and your mother as the Bible instructs us to.
No, I agree 100%. As I was saying that too, yes, everybody has a mother, but not all relationships with them are as awesome as they can be.
Hey.
I know I'm blessed to have a great relationship with my mom. I love my mom. I think she's like the coolest mom ever. So much so that when I was in high school, I had female friends who would come over to my house to hang out with my mom.
I was telling somebody the other day, or maybe it was today, that your mom is the reason I probably didn't swear a lot growing up. Because I did in her class once, and I learned my lesson.
Oh, I learned my lesson too, but I mean, sometimes they come out, but I mean, it happens.
Your mom saved me a lot of swear jar money.
Oh, that's
Thank you, Tom's mom.
I could only imagine the fear she struck in you when you cussed in her class.
It wasn't bad fear, though. It was like honest, genuine, I care about you fear.
Can you remember what she said to you?
No. No. I know my mother came and picked me up, so I was probably instructed to go sit somewhere.
That's hilarious. I'm gonna try something unprecedented here. If this doesn't work, editor Justin, you're gonna have to edit this out. But just give me one quick second. Jordan's like, if you could see the look on Jordan's face right now, you'd be like, "What's going on?"
So for the listener, Tom has got an old Motorola phone out by the sounds.
So I have on the line right now, Mother Susan. Mom, you're on Faith 180 right now. If you want to say hello.
Hello, Faith 180.
So I have a random question for you. Jordan was just talking about being in your class, and apparently he swore in your class one time and you reprimanded him. Do you remember this conversation, what you said to him, maybe the word he said and how he reacted?
No, not really.
You don't remember this at all? Apparently.
He probably wasn't the first one to swear or the last one.
So you don't.
But he learned his lesson.
But he learned his lesson, he said.
What was it?
Do you remember what the word was?
It was the B word, and I called it to Mr. Charles.
Asking me.
No, I'm asking him. He said it was the B word, and he said it about Mr. Charles. You don't remember this at all, do you?
No, I don't.
Why am I indicting myself?
Apparently his mom came and picked him up after.
No, I don't remember that at all.
Oh, she doesn't remember it at all. All right.
Make sure Susan knows she's on a very special episode of Faith 180. It's a Mother's Day special.
You are on a very special Mother's Day episode of Faith 180 right now, just so you know.
Why am I on for Mother's Day?
Because we were talking about how awesome you are as a mom.
Oh, aren't you sweet?
Yeah. All right, I'll talk to you later, Mom. Love you. Bye.
Yeah, see you later. Hi, Jordan. Bye, Jordan.
Hi, Susan. Bye.
Notice she didn't say I love you back.
Well, she was probably starstruck to be on Faith 180
Probably.
with these two handsome gentlemen.
Awesome.
That was great, Tom. Thanks for bringing that. That was unscripted. I'm not going to call my mother right now because. Oh, that was awesome.
That was awesome. So what you got planned there, Jordo?
Well, Tom, there's mothers in the Bible.
There are mothers in the Bible.
We have been reading the Bible.
Yep.
We are going places in the Bible. We're going to finish Jonah in a couple weeks here.
At some point.
Move into Ruth, which has been a very interesting book to be studying.
Before you go into Ruth, though, when you hear mothers in the Bible, do you immediately go to Ruth?
No.
Where do you go? Because there's two specific that I know.
Mary.
Yeah, and Eve.
That is
Mother of all humanity, brother.
That's true.
So, yeah, Mary and Eve. Those are the two that my mind goes to.
Mary and Eve. And Mary gave birth to
Jesus.
That's correct. So
I didn't have to think about that. I was just using it for dramatic effect.
Two very a common theme with all of these women in the Bible is just unwavering. I'm just going to say that from the start because as I went kind of through a couple of them, the theme became so apparent, like unwavering, a willingness to act or to do or to listen or to follow, and under circumstances are very very interesting. Like in Ruth is really cool. So we're going to dive deeper into Ruth, but just for tonight's sake, I'm not going to read it. I'm kind of going to give a Spark Notes version, but the long and short is Ruth is the daughter of Naomi.
Daughter-in-law, to be specific.
Daughter-in-law, okay? Ruth is the daughter-in-law to Naomi. So Naomi is going to be the mother in the book of Ruth. I mean, Ruth becomes a mother, I believe. She bears children with Boaz.
Mm-hmm.
But in the start of the story, it's about Naomi's two sons that marry two women. One of them is Ruth. Who's the other one? Orpah. So Naomi, okay, the book is called Ruth.
Mm-hmm.
Ruth's mother-in-law is Naomi.
Yep. She
had two sons. So Naomi's sons, one married Ruth, one married Orpah.
Mm-hmm.
The long and short of it is
Malin and Chilian. Milan. I wouldn't even.
Milan.
Yeah, Milan and Chilian. Yeah.
This is a fine time to say Alex is consumed this evening with an event.
Yep.
And he won't, if you've been listening for him, this is a special episode. He can't help us out of these ones. So just to bring it back, Ruth, the book of the Bible is called Ruth. She has a mother-in-law named Naomi. Naomi had two sons, one of which married Ruth, okay? Mm-hmm. All the men in this story pass away.
Naomi's husband, both of her sons, yep.
Yeah. So Naomi loses everything, and Ruth loses her husband, and by that, I believe the right to her husband's land, which would then have her find favor with the Lord. She would inherit that land, but her husband, they all passed away, and they're all kind of met here with and there's a lot more depth to this too in terms of where they are located, who these women are. They're Moabite women, and there's just a bit more depth to this, but essentially Naomi assumes that she has lost favor with the Lord, and she goes bitter, very bitter, similar to Noah, actually. I kind of noticed that when I was reading through this. But there's a bitterness, and Ruth comes along, and Orpah, and Naomi says, look, go back to your homelands. Okay, there's nothing left for us. I'm going to go back to my homeland. And even like I'm seeing verse 20 here in chapter 1. Don't call me Naomi, call me Mara, she answered, for the Almighty has made me very bitter. I went away full, but the Lord has brought me back empty. So In Naomi's bitterness, she just wants to kind of go back home and be alone. Ruth insists and insists that she go with her, ends up doing that, finds a man in the lineage of her husband, was blessed to the land, was able to marry Boaz, and all things were good in the sight of the Lord. They found favor in God. And it started with, truthfully, just Naomi's steadfast love in the Lord despite her bitterness. You can see, and again, we'll go into a deeper dive of this, but you can just see her being willing to take Ruth with her in the end is what ultimately led them back to a very healthy place with the Lord. And I really like this story because there's a lot of elements here that are atypical
Very. Yep.
for, I guess, traditional Bible. There's not a lot of female titled books of the Bible, are there, Tom?
Nope. I think there's only a couple. If more.
Ruth, Esther.
Ruth and Esther, the two that jump out.
So very good book. I encourage anybody to check out Ruth. Looking at Naomi, there's definitely some bitterness there, but I think the Lord spent some time working on her heart and working on the heart of Ruth.
Judith. Yep.
It's
It's deuterocanonical though. It's not. Yeah. It's not part of the canonical Bible, but there is a book of Judith that is in the Deuterocanon.
Huh.
Didn't
know that.
There you go.
Yeah. So some of the headings in Ruth's loyalty to Naomi, her mother-in-law, not even her biological mother.
Right. And I was just about to say that, so some of the themes that really stick out are, first, the power of female bonds, which talks about, the importance of female connections, whether they're biological or chosen. You see women all the time really hold each other up, happens constantly.
Yeah.
It also really focuses that love is more than just biology. It really illustrates that motherhood and daughterhood is more than just biological. It talks about resilience and hope, impact of loyalty, and God's unseen hand in everything is what really this, the book of Ruth really focuses on. So,
yeah, I'm excited to dive deeper and have Alex help us out through this.
Oh, yeah.
This is not like Jonah. There's like a side of Jonah that's familiar just because it's Jonah.
Yeah.
Ruth is going to be fun. And then whatever we choose after that, which is going to be a complete surprise, but Tom and I have some ideas.
Yeah, we've been floating some ideas around. Speaking of floating some ideas around, how's that for a segue?
Float one.
Oh, well, we have a lot of ideas that were floating around, Jordan. I was about to call you Jonah.
Jonah.
Oh, man.
Are you talking about what's upcoming?
Yes. I was saying, how's that for a segue?
Oh, I wasn't looking for a segue yet. I was going to mention just a few more.
Go for it.
Moms of the Bible. Sarah, do you know who she was?
She was from Genesis. I know that much.
Wife of Abraham, mother of Isaac.
Yes, there you go. Yeah. Gave birth in a very old age.
Yes. My research here says a pivotal figure in the lineage of the Israelites, which that is very true. The wife of Abraham.
Yeah.
That would be quite the lineage. Hannah?
She was going to dedicate Samuel to the Lord.
Yep. Known for her fervent prayers and dedication to God. That's another thing I've noticed, mothers in praying.
That's a good, I never really thought of that, tell you the truth, till you mention it.
There's an intensity towards the family usually and kids, and I'm not generalizing or claiming to speak but I've just seemed to notice that there's a lot of compassion in the prayers of mothers and circles that I've been in, stuff like that. But that's kind of holding a sword, protecting.
Right. Yeah.
It's reflective of that.
I've never put that correlation together.
Yeah, that's unique. Let's do one more. Bathsheba.
Don't know. Don't know that one.
Wife of King David and mother of King Solomon. A figure known for her beauty and role in a significant biblical story.
I was kind of hoping you were going to go with Jochebed.
Lois and Eunice.
Jochebed was the mother of Moses, by the way.
Hagar, mother of Ishmael.
Ishmael, yep.
So yeah, there's some pretty powerful, significant mothers in the Bible. And as we segue to what's upcoming for us, thank you to all the moms.
Oh, you moms, you guys are the best.
You guys rock. Thank you for the ones in the Bible, too. I mean, a lot of history was written because of incredible mothers in the Bible. So,
Mhm. Yep, no, all moms, like, moms to children, not biological moms, but moms who step in, fur baby moms. You guys are all awesome.
yeah. So, look, why don't I pray just for the moms and
Pray for the moms.
dear Lord, just want to thank you for mothers and for their dedication and care and love and compassion, ability to provide children for their love, unwavering support, everything mothers do to impact the world on a daily basis. Father, I just pray for all of them. We're sending out much love from Faith 180. We thank you, Lord, for this opportunity and for this podcast and these conversations. We love you, Jesus. Amen.
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 So it's on the go with Faith 180 over the summer there, Jordan.
Well, unofficially, officially a lot, but it's unofficial.
Yes, he pulls up a spreadsheet.
No comment. I was waiting for you to comment.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were gonna just keep going.
Oh, no.
So, how about? I mean, we'll talk officially about what's going on with the podcast. How about that? That's where we'll start. So over the next couple weeks, what we're hoping to do is we're hoping to wrap up Jonah, as we have alluded to several times. I will say that we have gotten sidetracked in wrapping up Jonah, but that's okay.
Spirit-led conversations.
Spirit-led conversations. We do have a conversation that's already being recorded that we're uploading next week.
Yep.
Yeah. That's gonna be awesome. I don't want to say too much about it. However, it was enlightening for myself personally, kind of. So some of the things that were said in that conversation, it was really like holding a mirror up to myself, and it just really kind of made a couple things click, and it made me really realize that maybe I need to keep digging in on a certain aspect of my life. Not
Yeah.
necessarily, to improve said life, but maybe getting answers to a few things, about growing up and stuff. We're going to be recording a conversation here in the next week or so with an organization Ontario way.
Yeah.
I'm
Mental health organization.
a mental health support for essentially, church leaders
Mm.
is what this organization is. They reached out to us last year saying, "Hey, we really love what you guys are doing." I listened to every episode, and they actually came to Yarmouth last summer because they have friends down here, and I actually got editor Justin and I got to sit down and have a conversation with them. So it was really cool. We're finally excited to have them come on the podcast. Agora Ministries, if you want to take a look before they come on, and maybe we'll appear on theirs because they kind of alluded to that when we were talking to them. So that's kind of what we have going on with the podcast. We might take a little bit of a break going into maybe June in terms of the podcast, but that doesn't mean that activities and the Faith 180 name are going to go on a break, if that makes sense.
That makes total sense, Tom, because currently we're looking at a few events for the summer. Don't have a ton of detail yet, but it'll come with more time. But we are going to hopefully be hosting some family movie afternoons. So you can take your kids, watch a Christian movie, and maybe we're going to work with a kids ministry group and hopefully have some awesome family movie afternoons. So
That'd be fantastic.
King of Kings was just out in theaters, and we have the opportunity to present that. So
Yeah.
we're looking at that opportunity, and I don't want to leak it yet, but there's hopefully a 3-day event, Faith 180,
In the fall.
in October. Beyond that, we want to get more engaged, and we're going to find ways to do that. I think I was talking to somebody today, but the traditional family is seemingly under attack, and if Faith 180 can create avenues or places for that family to come together, we are in on that. So We hope that you stay tuned. You join some of these things.
Yep.
Participate. Thank you for all the support so far. We really, really appreciate it. I'm not going to keep anybody any longer.
No, I was just gonna wrap it up by saying, even if we're not releasing episodes of the podcast every week, that doesn't mean we don't we're not doing something else. I think I don't think it's wrong of me to say or even put this information out that Faith 180 is essentially I hate using the B word, but we're kind of turning it into a brand. And that extends more to just a podcast.
Yeah. Better word, organization.
That's the word, yes.
Yeah. Truthfully, we are a faith-based nonprofit organization.
Yeah. That's the word, organization.
Yeah, that's news we have kind of not intentionally kept under the table. There's just things in the process, but step one is done, and we're registered with the province, and it's been cool. So with that growth became a desire to
do more.
Try to be boots on the ground. If you got an event you want us to come host, reach out. Maybe we'll come do it.
Hosting one in 2 weeks.
Tom's hosting one.
We did one. Yeah, we did one a month ago. You and I hosted one.
Yeah. So we love to be out in the community. We love to talk, especially about mental health, especially about faith. It's okay to not be okay. There is power and healing in Jesus. He loves you. He really loves us. That's all I got for announcements, Tom. It's Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. Thank you, Justin, for getting this released.
You're
just
the best.
For the mothers of Faith 180. Thank you, Tom's mom, for that special appearance. That was awesome. Tom, take us out. Thank everybody. See ya.
Thanks everybody for listening. You know where to find us. Available on all major podcast platforms. And make sure to follow us wherever you see us. And we can't wait to see you when we're out and about in the communities. So with that, everyone, be a light.
Happy Mother's Day.
Faith 180 is an independent podcast produced in it.
It's not independent.
Yes, it's a non-denominational. Yeah. All right, stop it.
Faith 180 is a Christ-centered podcast devoted to making the infinite grace, glory, and mercy of Jesus more accessible to everyone, everywhere. Created, produced, and hosted by Thomas Hazelton and Jordan Hamilton. Co-hosted by Alex Abriel, and produced and edited by Justin Gaudett. Consumed by Fire's Goodbye Ol' Me from the album First Things First is used with permission. You can find the band on all streaming platforms, and social media is linked in the description below. Visit faith180.ca, follow Faith 180 on Facebook, and email us at bealight@faith180.ca. In the darkness of today's world, be a light.